Hey folks, Jim with RV with the Tanners. Today I'm going to talk to you about a couple of products from Schumacher. The reason we have these devices is, as you know, we camp way out in the middle of nowhere, boondocking. And if for some reason the vehicle should run out of battery power, it would be very difficult for us to jumpstart that vehicle because our batteries are stored in the RV or the front of the trailer, and it would be difficult to get a truck who's got a dead battery positioned to the trailer in order to jumpstart it. I guess I could remove one of the batteries and take it to the front of the truck, but a device like this is a lot more convenient. It has a couple different purposes as well, and we'll get to that. But I wanted to showcase you two of these products from Schumacher. The first one is intended for V10 gasoline engines, and it supports up to 37 watt hours. Model number SL1391. And then the second one is their larger version of the product. It supports up to V10 gasoline engines, and it has a 55 watt hour. Their model number on the larger one is SL1398. And we're going to showcase you the larger one first, and then we'll look at the smaller one. So opening up the box, you can see that it comes in a nice protective sleeve here. I'm going to go ahead and leave these in the sleeve themselves and just pack them in my truck as is. There's no reason to take them out and let them kind of move around and get banged up. As you can see, they have a very nice case which holds it in there very nice. So the device itself is a rather large looking flashlight. You can see here it is a flashlight. There's a couple different ways to activate it, and the first one is if I hold down the button here, what it ends up doing is it ends up turning on the charger in the bottom, and then if I click it and hold it, it actually comes on. So it doesn't actually come on by accident if it should get bumped, so you have to hold it down for a second. And the life of the flashlight is up to 7 hours, so pretty long time. So if I click the button one more time, it goes into a safety mode and starts to get someone's attention. If I hold it down one more time, it goes into an SOS pattern, usually recognizable around the world as someone needing help. So I'll go ahead and turn that off. And on the bottom, it actually unscrews here. And then it has the ports. So you'll see here it has a USB port, and that's where I'm going to charge additional devices. It can support up to 2.1 amp devices, so you're going to get pretty fast charging on phones that only take 1 amp. If you have a phone that takes 2 or maybe a larger tablet, this can also support that. Here's where you have the input to actually jumpstart the vehicle. I'll pull out the jumpstart kit in a second. We'll get to show you that. And then finally, the last part here is where it's really tiny. And that's how you charge the device itself. Okay, so we're going to go back to and show you what's included in the case. So if we open this up, it comes with a nice carrying bag. I'm not going to use that because I'm going to leave it in its normal box. And then here is the device to jumpstart the vehicle. You notice the cables aren't very long because they don't have to be. What you basically do is put this next to the battery and then you plug it in. Okay, so when you're ready to jumpstart, you take the plug here, and they're keyed so you can't put them in backwards. So they've thought of that ahead of time, so that's a nice safety feature. So once you plug this in, it starts to beep, and it tells you it's getting ready to activate and jumpstart the vehicle. You're going to have to connect both of these to the battery, of course, and then once you do that, it will stop beeping or flashing the LED, and it will go to a solid, so it'll indicate that it's ready to jumpstart the vehicle at that time. If it goes into different patterns, there's a key to tell you what's wrong. Typically what's matter is you haven't charged this long enough. Their recommendation on this is to charge it every 3 months. So I'm going to put a little reminder in my calendars to go out there and pull the flashlights out of the truck and my wife's car so that I can keep them charged up. There's no reason to have such a great device like this and forget to charge it. So just do yourself a favor and put a reminder in your calendar, Google Mail, or whatever it is, and remind yourself every 3 months to go out there and charge it. It's probably going to take an hour or so to recharge it if you haven't been using it, but rather be safe than sorry. It's why you have a device like this, so make sure you keep it fully charged. So moving on to the smaller unit, it is again the SL1391. This is meant to jumpstart V8s. Same type of a box, very convenient. Pull it out, and you'll notice it's just a little bit thinner than the other device. Here it is. I'll back up a little to showcase it to you. And if you pull the other one out, you'll see the height different. Very small. It's a little bit smaller in diameter. The smaller one for the V8 than the one for the V10. Same type of function. If you turn it on, one click, it turns on the USB charging port on the back. If you hold it down for a second, it goes into the flashlight mode. Click again for safety mode, and then finally into SOS mode. And again, this one also has the 7-hour run life. So depending on what kind of vehicle you have, you can either purchase the one that I showed you earlier for the V10, or a device like this up to a V8. So if you have a smaller vehicle, V4 or a V6 engine, something like this I'm not gonna use it in my towing vehicle, but I'll put this in my wife's car for safety there in case she's somewhere or we're somewhere and we need a jump start. And there's not always someone around, or maybe even a lot of people don't know how to jump start a vehicle, so maybe they'll do it incorrectly. A device like this allows you to do everything on your own, and you don't have to worry about somebody maybe hooking the battery up and getting a spark and something catastrophic happening. So, you know, being able to jumpstart your own vehicle safely with your own knowledge is important to me. Hey, so that's about a wrap to this video, folks. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. Sometimes I get through these videos and I forget to mention something, and you guys are great about putting in additional comments down below. And if you do that, it helps additional people who come along and watch the video. If I forget to mention something, go ahead and put a comment down there, or a question if you have one. And if it's something I don't know, I do have some pretty good contacts at Schumacher, so they'll be able to answer those questions and we'll get them back to you. As always, if you've enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the like button. I appreciate that. And have a great day. Bye. So if you haven't done so yet, please remember to hit the subscribe button and then hit the little bell so that it reminds you when we post new videos.